So I'm just finishing watching The Truth About Division. This was like my second or third watch, just to be sure to make this video. It was uploaded by the Black Hoke Age. I don't know, some bigger YouTube, like 600,000 viewers, subs almost. But the reason why I asked this, he had interviewed the lead creative director over at The Division, and so he asked a lot of good questions, and one of them was about the end game and kind of what there was to do. And the guy gave out some normal response like, hey, the dark zone, harder difficulty, maxing out your character, and doing challenge mode version of the missions. They threw around the word raid again, but as the dude in my comment section who grilled me on the slip up that guy on the Twitch made, I'm gonna hold off before I just say guaranteed raids will be in the game. So let me just say that before I get all excited again. So excluding that though, they kind of go back to the old set in stone style of constantly trying to make your character better and better, while at the same time the competition you go against are the same equivalent better and better. Thus you're fighting the same people with usually the same amount of numbers, and it just kind of turns into the same thing as always. Now as far as endgame content though, as I've seen some vids and shit, you can raise and lower your DPS, how much health you have and shit like that, which will add to the level of skill that goes into it. So maybe they will find a way to do that, but as always, you're going against high-end players. When you become a high-end player, the higher the more skillful you get, the more skillful guys you go get, so the loot that you get over time is more meaningless because everybody has the same level of stats at a certain point. So usually the most fun you have in a PvP, as far as just straight mopping kids, usually comes against at the beginning and in the middle, and then at the end it's usually just what team can outplay each other with the highest level of skill. But I mean, that's just how games work usually. So I mean, there's no other way to do it, because if you did it the other way, you'd just be mopping kids if you were the max level going against scrubs. So that's kind of how that works. And then there was the question where they said in the E3 reveal they showed off part of Brooklyn, and then they said that won't be in the game. I'm not an expert on New York, but I'm just going to assume the guy wasn't lying, and the dev guy just said it wasn't going to be flat out in the game. So keep an eye on that as far as cut content. Maybe they just literally cut it out the game, but who knows, they might try to package it up as DLC. Keep an eye on that. And the one final thing is they asked him about the beta on PC and why it was full of hackers, and he's like, well, that's why it was like a beta, that's why we had a beta. But as I was reading on the subreddit, they were saying that everybody knows that client-side games have these problems where the guys can hack the game on their end, so that it tells the server they have different stuff, like they've never shot a bullet and shit like that, and they can hack it. So I'm not an expert on PC at all, I'm just saying that's what they said, and that client side shit is not the way any game should be, and this is their fault. And they also said that about just like client side hit registration for, like, as we learned from the Battlefield games, is you want it server side, not client side. I've learned that, like, I've been hearing that for the past couple years, so I know that's true. So I assume it's the same thing as far as information and shit being shared. And so once again, can't give these developers any credit for shit that I thought was common sense. And so as far as shit like that, just consider that common sense, and they fucking didn't care about the PC version. But this is all my opinion, and I'm grasping maybe at the straws, but that makes sense, that argument. The in-game content one, we'll have to wait and see. Can't really make any decisions. I'm just putting this out there to inform you, and kind of just timestamp this as my thoughts of February 6th. And with a month still away to get the game, just continuing to put my thoughts out there on the ether, so when the game comes out I can look back and go, maybe I was right, maybe I was wrong, maybe I learned. That's the key, is learning. And so that's today's lesson, is learn. So this has been X 7. We'll see as far as endgame content. I'm still really excited for this game, but I will not be pre-ordering until the day before. That is my rule. I basically buy it the night before so I can kind of preload it, and then as soon as it comes out I play it. That's all I do. I don't believe it's 2016. Still don't pre-order games. There's literally no reason to pre-order a game nowadays except for preloading, and so that's why I wait till the day before to do it. But this has been Gangster 7. Peace out.